welcome back to the Inside Delirium podcast. I'm your host, Tim Harrington. Today's date is April 16th, 2020. Well, how's it going? I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know here in Wenatchee, Washington, we've been starting to have some pretty awesome weather. I'm starting to see some more sun and getting to the temperatures around 60s and 70s. It's been pretty nice. I really can't complain about that. I guess, however, one thing I can still complain about, is I guess really trying to keep my mind off of the fact that, we still can't be out fishing or hiking or camping. Man, that shit still sucks. Just trying to keep my mind off of that fact. I know once this lockdown shit passes, I'm definitely going to be out there, on the lake with my dad, my friends. Going to be spending a lot of time doing that, that's for sure. I'm going to be doing nothing but outdoor fun. I definitely can't wait. I have been spending some more time trying to get the cardio back. Been trying to do some more exercise, and just being locked up in the house really gets to you after a few weeks. Definitely have never been in this kind of situation where you're kind of limited to what you can do. It's definitely a little weird. I've never been on house arrest before, but I can imagine this is kind of what it feels like. Yeah, it definitely sucks. But, as far as getting some exercise, what I've been trying to do every day is starting off in the morning with a little bike ride around the neighborhood. Pretty much just like a half-hour ride, kind of just get the metabolism going for the day. And then later in the evening, just doing another light jog for another half hour or so. There's something about jogging at night that I really like. I think especially it being springtime and the nice spring air, I really like it. But no, I'm definitely missing the gym lately, though. Just the routine and just the ritual of going there and doing all that. That's definitely another thing I'm really looking forward to. After a couple of days of getting back into the cardio routine, you start to feel a little bit of change. Definitely start feeling better. So I'm gonna try to do what I can to keep up with that, man. It's not too bad. It's got to have the mindset in doing it. It's got to put your mind to it. Let's see, it being April 16th. Today's actually 1 month that I've been away from work. About a month ago, that's when I had my last day. Kind of crazy in the past 13 years. This is kind of like the longest I've went without being at work. It's a little weird. It's a different outlook on life, obviously. And to be honest with you, I think, even if we didn't have the whole travel ban and the bullshit fishing rules and all that, what we're restricted to, honestly, I would think I would be just as miserable. I really do. There's something about, just being at work and, feeling productive and, having that routine, that keeps you going. And, I guess I haven't realized it until, this situation. It makes you really appreciate, what you do, and it makes you appreciate, the people that you work with. There's a couple things I'm really looking forward to getting back to, and that's the fishing deal, getting back in the gym, and definitely seeing my coworkers again. Definitely can't wait. But anyways, just that's a little bit of what I've been up to this week. Just trying to accomplish, what I can with what I've got, and really that's all you can do. And I guess as long as you're being productive, while staying safe and healthy, and, while keeping others safe and healthy, and also paying the bills, making the rent, keeping food on the table, as long as you have all that going for you, I think things could definitely be a lot worse. So I don't know. Yeah, let's keep on that path, and stay positive. And I think if we have that going for us, I think we'll be okay. Definitely. Well, let's see. I kind of want to take a minute and just kind of go over something I've been thinking about the past couple days. And really that is, what gives you purpose? I guess what keeps you driven? Especially now with everything that's going on. I guess for someone or anyone really, who, was used to living their life, according to like certain routines and, just being productive. And I guess just having a normal life really. And being used to that and, are kind of now living in an upside down world. what does your purpose look like now? I mean, are you what's keeping you driven? How you staying focused on that? Um, those little things I've been kind of wondering about how people are getting through this shit. Um, for me, definitely, I've been having my problems just trying to stay focused and really just being productive, man. Like even with the cardio stuff and just having that productive mindset. Um, I don't know. It seems to be like the definitely one of the hardest things that I've been trying to deal with this year. And one of my favorite feelings and emotions is really a sense of gratitude. Because that feeling of gratitude when you know that you busted your ass all day and you got a lot of shit accomplished. That's a damn good feeling. Um, because I had a lot of days where I'd wake up at 5 in the morning, to get my day started and pretty much have everything knocked out, by like 12 o'clock. And, you take a little break, take a lunch, and just relax for a minute and then get back to it. And that's a whole day thing. And you get so much shit done. I've done that, quite a few times, and it really feels good. Ending your day with, accomplishments, really has been kind of a feeling I've been kind of chasing, and I really don't want to let it go. And I think why I know why it is my purpose because I've had just as many days, where I wouldn't be productive and I would, go to bed hating myself because I didn't get anything done, especially when I knew that I could. And that is really a shitty feeling. So, yeah, no, it's been something I've been kind of thinking a lot about lately. And I think it's important to know really what keeps you driven and, what gives you purpose. And there's a few more things I've been kind of focusing in on. And I guess really one thing to really remember is, I always believe that the central human emotion, should always be happiness. Um, just like the first thing I try to do when I see myself I'm in a funk, is to always remember that that core emotion, which should always be happiness, might just be a little off centered. And it doesn't hurt to take just a quick meditation and kind of get your emotions in check and get your happiness back to its central location. Um, and I personally try the best I can to really keep happiness at a default emotion. Um, But it's how it goes, though, man. Like, life is always going to try and dilute happiness at some point, and turn it into something different. Um, it's really important to keep that centered, keep that as a default. Because, once happiness, turns into a negative emotion or feeling, then your days is pretty much gone to hell. So that's really important. Pretty much what I do, sometimes when I need to kind of get myself back, centered and just like calm down about stuff. It's the little thoughts, it's the little affirmations, I guess, like, um, knowing and feeling, about your family being healthy and happy, knowing that nobody or that you love is sick or in the hospital, knowing that you have all your bills paid, even if it's just basic income, if it's from unemployment or money you have saved up, or even things like knowing that you're not in jail or in the system. So I guess my point is it definitely could be a lot worse. You got to kind of sort of get yourself, in check every now and then, because losing your grasp on the main focus can be pretty destructive. Like for me, I want to be able to say, that when all this is over and I'm back to work, I want to be able to say that I was able to, get a lot of things done, that I normally couldn't do. And also, that while it really sucked, I still made the best of it, and, there are actually some great memories that I'll never forget. I want to be able to say that when I get back. And also, I think, having a lot of time on your hands can be just as bad as having no time at all. I've been thinking about that. If you're a person that's able to manage your time well, then this can be an incredibly beneficial time for you. You being a person that, has the same time but doesn't know how to manage it, of course, I think there's going to be some disappointment at the end. For me, I guess I would really, like I said, hate myself when if I went back to work and realized that, I could have spent all that time getting shit done, but I didn't because I wasn't, prioritizing. Um, so yeah, investing in your time, and what you could do with it is something really to not turn your back on. Um, and I guess that's kind of a purpose thing. Um, and I was thinking also, like honestly, if the circumstances were a little bit different and, outdoor activities weren't I would say banned, but maybe your purpose might be a little bit different, because I think if that was the case, then I wouldn't be sticking around in the city, man. I would be, no question, I'd be in the mountains. Um, I'd be fishing with my dad, my friends, enjoying what nature has to offer, And for me, I've always wanted to, be on a month-long camping trip, surviving on only what you fish out of the lake, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. If that was something that we were, allowed to do, I guess, then of course my purpose would be very different. Um, I guess the fact is that we all got a hand dealt to us that's really shitty, and we just have to adapt accordingly. And either way, I'm actually okay with this hand I got dealt with. Being out of work for a month and my bills and stuff are kind of starting to surface and shit like that. You know, um, I guess as long as we come out of it, with good health and like I said, not being in the hospital, your family's fine, everybody's fine. Um, you learned a lot of shit, but ultimately you're still healthy. Then as far as I see it, I think my purpose would be fulfilled. So yeah, there are a couple ways you can look at it. That's pretty much kind of how I'm seeing it. Um, as long as you have a purpose, man, and a reason to keep going, then these little peripherals, are just irrelevant. Just stay focused on the main thing. Um, and of course, I am speaking to the ones that are experiencing, being out of work at this time. Just like I am. Um, now could be a really good time to, finally get some things done that you may have been putting off, or now could be a really good time to, accomplish a goal that you've been wanting to get to. Um, I don't know. I guess either way, having a purpose is kind of a boost of morale. And I don't know. It's just something to really not forget. While we're going through this bullshit, it's keeping me going. Those little things. Um, so yeah, just keep that in mind, definitely. Well, that was kind of something I want to talk about. Just kind of something on my mind. But we're gonna kind of keep this shit rolling with a little tradition. Let's see. The past couple episodes, we've been doing something called the question jar. Just some kind of random notes and questions I've been piling together. I haven't really put any more together. It's just kind of just some old stuff. But like I said, I'll keep adding to it. I'm just gonna pull one of these out and just kind of go over it here. Let's see what that goes. Oh, by the way, I'm using a simple program to record audio. It's called Audacity. I know it's kind of an older version of some kind of recording software, but I had a friend of mine ask me what I'm using for recording, and yeah, just simple Audacity. It's a pretty awesome program. All right, well, this is episode 8. Episode 8's question jar is, what do we got? Would you want to know exactly when you are going to die, or die suddenly without warning? I was kind of avoiding that question. I guess it's kind of something we've kind of heard of and been asked about, throughout our lives and stuff. But no, that one sucks. I think it really matters. There's a couple factors, I guess. Um, of course, knowledge is power, right? But I think it matters on a couple things. Do you have 5 minutes? Do you have 5 months? Do you have 5 years? For me, I'm not really the kind of person to, put stuff to the side, and then get to it later. Um, I'm not one to put things off. So I would kind of want to handle shit now. Of course, if I was told 5 minutes, then yeah, of course I'd be calling everybody I know as quickly as I can, and just telling them that I love them, and tell them not to be sad. It's what you'd have to do. Um, I'd just be making as many phone calls as I can, and um, yeah, just letting everybody know that I love them, and then I guess as long as I was be able to say that, then I think I would be okay with that. If I had 5 months, then I think I'd be a little bit more productive. Um, and I think I would actually start doing the whole bucket list thing. Um, Try and accomplish, everything I always want to do within that time frame. And I think I would have a damn good time doing it. Um, Now, if I knew I had 5 years and if I knew the exact date, honestly, I think I would kind of treat it like the 5 month thing. Um, I would definitely be making things right, um, piling in everything good in life, and just make the best 5 years I can. Um, so yeah, I would definitely be doing the bucket list thing, and that would be my life. I would spend so much time with my family, and I would want to go and let them know. Excuse me. Not to be sad. This is a thing that we all have to do, and I think one thing is very true, and so inevitable. Is the fact that we are all going to die at some point in time. And that's just how it goes. Um, at the same time, also we weren't. I don't think we were sort of like willed a life to know everything. Um, and I think that's what makes life what it is. I think the universe has so many surprises, and is created by random. That maybe it's not in our best interest to really know everything, like when you're gonna die. Um, I think the luxury of not knowing is really what makes life interesting. It's that surprise factor, I guess, of life that people thrive off of. But I don't know. For me, I guess I've always lived a life living by the ultimate goal of dying an old man, um, very old man. Um, I definitely want to live as long as I can, and living that long with the satisfaction of knowing, that I had a good life, and I was able to, do good things for people. And yeah, for me, that's the ultimate goal. Um, if I can't at least live a good life and be a good person to people, and at least know that that's not how it's going to be, then honestly, I don't want to waste my time. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I guess with that being said, I think I would take the option of probably knowing. I think I'd be okay with that. Um, at the very least, if I only had just a couple of minutes to live, I think I would be able to, make my amends and, say I love you one last time. And that would be ultimate. I would be okay with that. And, be sincere about it and just fucking let it out, and that's what you got to do. Um, even on my deathbed, I want to be able to do that. Um, if I'm going to take anything with me from this life, it's going to be nothing but good. I would make sure that that happens. But no, like I said, that question sucks. I was kind of avoiding it. I almost didn't put it in the jar, but I don't know. I guess it could make good conversation. But yeah, if you guys have an interesting take on that question, let me know in the comments, and we'll definitely try and make a discussion out of that. So, um, well, that's kind of all I had for you guys today. I always have a great time chatting with you. Thanks for tuning in and being here. You can find the Inside Delirium podcast on YouTube and Facebook. And for our audio listeners, we're still on SoundCloud and Anchor.fm. Don't forget to stay interactive with us on Facebook. Always posting news and updates regarding the podcast. As well as other random stuff. I've been trying to, keep up with the life lesson stuff. A little bit of psychology. Yeah, anyways, check out our Facebook page. You can find some more of that. Yeah, hope you guys continue on having a great week, and we'll see you guys on the next installment. Later.